Hey guys! Today I'm going to be showing you or sharing with you the Ten Commandments. I think it's personally good to have a relationship with the Lord, but I've been raised under a Christian roof my whole life, and this is very important to me, and I want to share with you guys what's important to me. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, the first of the Ten Commandments is do not worship any other God before me, because it's important to know that there's only one God, and that you shouldn't idolize or worship anything other than Him. So yeah. Okay, so the second one is do not make any idols, because really that's not a good thing. You shouldn't idolize anything. So for anyone. So yeah. The third of the Ten Commandments is do not misuse the name of God. So like, don't say "Oh my" and then say God's name, or just don't use His name in vain, because that's really important. Because that's like some of the worst things that can come out of your mouth. So yeah. Number 4 is keep the Sabbath day holy, which a lot of people think, oh, Sunday is the Sabbath day, but it's really just any day you take out of the week to give to God. Just take a day out of the week or whatever and give it to the Lord. Show Him how much you love Him, because it's very important to spend time with Him. Number 5 is honor your mother and your father, because God gave us them and they love us. And and I'm not like any of you could be having trouble with your parents, and I don't know all of it. It doesn't say like, oh, you have to, if they ask you to do something bad, like take something or something like that, you don't have to do that, or you don't have to like, if they're just really cruel to you, then you don't have to like have a closer relationship with them if they're cruel to you or something. That's just like, you should respect your parents, because they're the parents that God gave you, and He gave you them for a reason. Number 6 out of the 10 Commandments is do not murder, and this is like not just physically murdering someone, but also spiritually, because it's like if you were to murder someone, it's a very bad thing to do. You shouldn't do that. But also, if you like say you hate someone, that's basically murdering them in your heart, if that makes sense to you. So also that also means you shouldn't hate anybody. And if you feel that way, then maybe pray to God to fix that. So yeah. Number 7 is do not commit adultery. So like anything before marriage and stuff. So that's not something many kids want to hear. But it's a very important thing to keep your lives clean. You shouldn't commit adultery ever. Number 8 of the 10 Commandments is do not steal, because you don't know the harm it could cause to someone else, or maybe you steal something from, like, something small from a store or whatever, but it's not a nice thing to do. If of course, like, when I was little, I took a couple things from the store. Of course, I felt bad. And then I got in trouble, and I had to go return them, which was scary for me. And now it just so happens my mom works there. It can haunt you, because the guy that I returned the toy to, because I took a toy from a store, I'm not mentioning where. Well, the guy was actually the boss that I returned it to, and is now my mother's boss. Uh, so yeah, and he still remembers it to this day, and I still remember it to this day, and it's very scary to go to where my mom works. Just hang out there. It's scary. Okay. He was a really nice guy, by the way. Number 9 is do not lie, because you should never lie, even if the truth hurts, even if you're doing it to spare someone's feelings. It still makes it wrong. And I need to work on of course I've lied before. I mean, who hasn't lied? Like at least a couple times in their life, right? But you shouldn't feel an urge to lie to someone, even if it's to spare their feelings, because the truth is always the best way to deal with things. Like I said before, stealing, and I had to go return it and tell the truth that I tell the whole truth to him, but which was scary. But he was really nice about it. He's a really nice man, so thank God for that. The last of the 10 Commandments is do not covet, do not be jealous. Because it says in the Bible that our God is a jealous God, but He's jealous for us. He wants us to spend time with Him. But if you are jealous because of someone, it just means sin in your heart. Like, you feel it deep down in your heart. It's not good. You shouldn't be jealous of anybody, because, that everything on this earth is temporary. You can't be jealous of something that's temporary, right? Because God's eternal. If anyone should be jealous, they should be jealous that we have God in our hearts, because He's eternal and He will never leave us or forsake us. But everything on this earth is temporary. It's very important to have a good relationship with the Lord. I know I really need to work on mine. I sin every day, like everyone sins every day, even Christians, because there's no such thing as, the perfect Christian. I get jealous a lot. I've lied before. I've stolen before. I've said I hated someone, which is basically murdering them in my heart. I have done bad things, but I have literally broken mostly every one of these. I've broken every one of these 10 Commandments except for one, which is do not worship any other gods, because I was raised in a Christian community my whole life. I mean, I've heard of Zeus and all that, all the Greek gods and whatever, but I've never really worshipped any other god. But every other, well, not every other, I've never committed adultery, never ever. But if you think about it, that's only 2 out of 10. I mean, I could definitely work on that. I could work on not lying, not stealing. I mean, I haven't stolen anything I was 7 last time I stole something. I even remember my age. As you can see, I've been scarred, because I even remember my age that I stole these items. But I have been jealous before. I have lied before. I've stolen something before. I haven't honored. I've done that stuff that's not honoring my mother and father before. Like, I've talked back to them and all this stuff, but they have always been very caring for me. I haven't been, like, keeping the Sabbath holy. I haven't been giving holy to God. Like, I've made little idols out of whatever. Like, idols is something you cherish more than God, I guess. I've done that before. I've cherished, even if it's like your family or something, making idols out of a family, loving them more than God is wrong, because all he wants is for you to love him, and it says in the Bible to love him more than anything. And I know that's hard. I mean, I need to work on that. I know there are things that I love more than God, and I seriously need to work on my relationship with him. But, like, I've misused his name before. So, as you can see, I'm not the perfect Christian. I sin all the time. I sin every day, actually. Every day. Everybody sins every single day. There's not a doubt in my mind that there hasn't been a day where even a Christian hasn't sinned, because sinning can cause, like, just the smallest things, like breaking any one of the 10 Commandments, having a bad thought, but that doesn't mean you're not saved. What means you're not saved is when you don't repent for what you've done. You need to go to God, repent, say, God, please forgive me, and don't just say those words, but really mean them in your heart, because I know how sappy that sounds, everybody. It's very sappy and dull and emotional and stuff. But it's true, because if you don't go to God with everything you have, say, God, please forgive me of my sins, because you'll never stop sinning. You just need to ask for his forgiveness, because it's very important to have a good bond with the Lord. And if you just think he'll let everything slide, that's not how it works. You need to want him to forgive you. You need to ask him truly to forgive you. So yeah, that's really all I had to say for this video. I wanted to share the 10 Commandments with you, because they're very important to know, at least to me. So yeah.